Here's the guys that are bringing you this show.
Persona 4 Arena Ultimax.
Hello everyone, this is Cas Mirage. Welcome to this Persona 4 Arena Ultimax blind playthrough. This is my actually second time to start streaming the game. The first time I went through the intro, and I know that hold on, let me cut the sound back a little bit. I know that this game basically has two games stuck inside. One is the Persona 4 Arena game, and the other is basically a sequel to that game. Is the Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. So like yeah, this release basically put there's two story. The Ultimax is basically a sequel story-wise to the original Arena. So I wanted to start with the first Persona 4 Arena game. So like when I saw the episode P4 and P4A story mode, I figured this is basically the original, this is the Arena, but turned out it was the other way around. So I basically cut the stream and restarted the game. So this is basically the Persona 4 Arena game. This is the Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, which is the sequel to this one. So we are going to play through the story mode for this one. Saving. Yu, Narukami, Yusuke, Chie, and Yukiko. Obviously, we are going with... Okay, so this is the... Yeah. Obviously, we're going with Yu, Narukami for now. I think the story mode is basically just the story experienced by each of the characters. Alright. Let me up the noise, because I think it's a little... Yeah, there we go. Blue. The floor, the ceiling, the furnishing, everything is blue. Yeah, we're in the Velvet Room. And it's quite unlike when I normally see throughout my day. And yet, my heart is mysteriously calm. I recognize the slight rumbling of the engine and realize that I'm in a car. Or rather, someplace else I recognized.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
The old man with the bizarre face sitting before me makes an expression that appears to be a smile. Sitting quietly next to the old man is a woman as beautiful and as delicate as the ice sculpture.
It seems we have a guest with an intriguing destiny. My name is Igor. I am delighted to make your acquaintance.
The Velvet Room. Igor. Even though I'm barely conscious, I remember that this is not the first time I've heard those names. I see, this is a dream. This happened in the past. I've been in this room before. if my memory is correct, what he says next
This
is,
place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. It is a room that only those who are bound by a contract may enter. It may be that such a fate awaits you in the near future.
okay, quick note, I played Persona 4 on my PS Vita. Like, now that I'm playing this on Switch and I'm connecting to, like, a HD TV, the eye, like, the red, like, vein on Igor's eyeball is really unsettling. It's gonna pop out soon. The word I expect to hear fall from the old man's mouth. I'm surprised that I still remember them. Another me, the one not in the dreams, can't help but smile at that.
But why don't you introduce yourself?
I remember this too. When I said my name here, I forged a contract with them. And so I answer. You Narukami. When I open my eyes, the light's so blinding that I have to squint. For a moment, I can't figure out where I am, and I look around.
Right. I was on my way back.
Yeah, Narukami actually has dialogue here. I mutter to myself and look out the window. The sky is somewhat cloudy, unfortunately, but the scenery is as peaceful as always. It seems that I fell asleep on the train headed to the countryside, where I spent the last year, in Inaba. If I recall correctly, when I first came to that town, it was an afternoon just like this. I dozed off in the same way back then and was summoned to the velvet room. That was when Igor said that misfortunes could befall me, and just as he foretold, I was dragged into an outrageous murder mystery. That was no ordinary case. The Midnight Channel, shadows, personas, the power of the heart. I saw things that could scarcely be believed. But I made my memories there that could never be replaced as well. We gained the power of persona and we suffered together. I stood with my friends on the investigation team against those misfortunes and fought alongside them. There's no way I could have overcome such an ordeal without their help.
Wonder what everyone's been up to.
After solving the mystery, it was decided I would leave Inaba since my parents could be returning from overseas around the same time. It's been about 2 months since I last saw them all. As they said goodbye to me on the train station. Only 2 months, huh? I decided to stay at the Dojima residence during Golden Week so I could spend the holidays with my friends. Of course, my uncle's happy to hear this. His only daughter, Nanako, would be glad to see me too.
Damn it! I still haven't picked up Yosuke's gift.
Wait, is this something quite particular, I guess? Actually, I received a call from Teddy, one of my investigation team friends this morning. The details of the conversation were a bit troublesome.
Hello? Is this Sensei?
Oh yeah, he calls me Sensei.
I'm really sorry to bring this up, but I forgot to tell you something very important. I have a special request for the souvenirs I'm sure you'll be bringing your best friend.
Teddy, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to tell people what you want them to bring you as a souvenir. I already have souvenirs for everyone, but oh well. Sure enough, Teddy was only asking for some snack that aren't sold in Inaba, so it wasn't much trouble. Ah, but there was one problem.
Can I ask you to pick up something for Yosuke too?
I was planning on bringing something for everyone anyway, but go ahead.
Cool! Well, Yosuke's been down in the dumps after his mommy burned his favorite nurse. She was what I called scorching hot. Just kidding.
What?
A nurse?
Aw, come on, Sensei. You know what I'm talking about. His nurse magazine with the chest examinations and the bear behinds.
I see. And you expect me to buy him a replacement?
Of course, silly. People coming to visit are supposed to bring presents.
Alright. Oh, I was planning to head back tomorrow, but since we're meeting up early, I decided to go back today. Can you pass that on to everyone?
Aha! Then the sexy nurses will be arriving even sooner. It'll be like, Sensei, we have an emergency patient. Yusuke will be so happy. Okay then, we'll be waiting for you.
I'm a little worried now. I hope he isn't telling everyone something that could give them the wrong idea. Well, I should just call again once I get there. But in the end, I wasn't able to pick up one for him. How can I put it? I feel bad for Yusuke if I give him that magazine and every time he opens it, his friend's face keep popping up his head. I have to think Yusuke has his pride too. He doesn't need me buying him this stuff. Then again, this is Yusuke we're talking about. I'm sure he'll understand if I explain my reasons. Probably.
Now pulling into Yaso Inaba.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Last stop, Yaso Inaba.
Oh,
End of the line already. Looks like I've been asleep for a lot longer than I thought. Just as that thought come to me, a certain worry crossed my mind. Have I had a dream of the Velvet Room? Does that mean I'm going to be dragged into another adventure? No, I shouldn't think much such things. I'm overthinking it. Igor said I'm delighted to make your acquaintance after all, so it's nothing but a dream. It's quite misleading since I had dreams been summoned into the room ever since. The train begins to slow, and I take it as my cue to gather my belongings for the luggage rack above me. When the train comes to a complete stop and the door opens, even the smell of wind evokes a sense of nostalgia. Haha, I think I'm getting a little too sentimental. I step out of the platform with a weary smile. Place a bookmark. Okay. Oh, so that's a save. Yeah. Alright. Alright. I'm standing in front of the train station. Its town is quiet as it's always been. I realize that the sun started to set. The orange sky in the world. Today is May 2nd. According to the calendar, the latter half of the holidays will begin tomorrow. I told Dojima-san that I was going to arrive today, but it seems he's been too busy with work to come to get me. Dojima, he's my uncle. I stayed with him last year. Detective, which the Inaba police. And he's raising his elementary school aged daughter, Nanako, by himself. Seems that he was suddenly contacted by a detective from the Metropolitan Police Department regarding last year's case and will have to work late. What happened last year was very serious, so I guess it's not too surprising he's so busy. You shouldn't have worried about it. I recall how apologetic he sounded over the phone and can't help smiling. I told him that I know a way over from the station, but the bag packed with necessities and souvenirs for everyone turned out to be quite a load. Nanako must be waiting for me alone at the house. I want to get there as soon as possible too. To be honest, I don't know when the bus will come. Maybe I should just call for taxi. Just I was thinking this.
Nanako?
Big bro!
It is Nanako. There's no way I mistake
You
her.
came to meet me all on your own?
Why did she come to the station all by herself? True, the Dojima residence is within walking distance, but it couldn't have been easy for her. And even though it's still light out right now, it will get dark soon. The country roads are barely lit. What would she have done if I haven't been here? I'm about to voice my concern, but Nanako sounded like slightly proud when she says,
Dad knows about it. He gave me money for the bus. He said he couldn't make it, so I came instead. Welcome back, big bro. I wanted to see you so much.
Thanks. I'm happy to see you again too.
I see. She must have wanted to show me that she's all grown up too. She's around that age after all. For the moment, I'm surprised that Dojima-san let her do this, but I can kind of imagine what kind of a conversation took place. Nanako had always been a capable girl over the past year. Her housekeeping skills have improved greatly, and she's proven herself to be very reliable. She takes the lead in many things within the house, and even Dojima-san can compete with her sometimes. I can easily imagine the scene in my mind. And it's sure I'm glad someone came to welcome me. I take Nanako's hand and we begin walking side by side.
No sense standing around here. What's in the fridge at home?
Lots. Dad and I bought a ton of stuff since you were coming to visit.
If Nanako says so, then he really must have bought a lot. Dojima-san did say he picked up dinner for us, but if that's the case, maybe I should put together something to go with it. Ask Nanako what she wants to eat, and she looks back while twinkling her eyes.
Are you gonna cook dinner? Oh, I wanna help.
Nanako and I make small talk while we walk through Inaba together for the first time in a little while. Being here makes me feel if I'd gone back in time a year ago. Well, you were here 2 months ago. Don't be so dramatic. After we got back from Dojima's home, I hurry up and unpack my belongings before heading to the kitchen. Nanako helps me out as I delighted that she had cleaned earlier. Then the way she mixes the eggs seems more skillful than before. You're such a good girl, Nanako.
Good evening. This is the Evening Journal with news for May 2nd. Our top story is on the domestic airline that was hijacked yesterday.
The TV in the living room echoes through the house. Thinking back on it, it was quite often in this place. When I first came to Inaba, Nanako was practically being raised by the television. There had been this odd sense of distance between us around that time. She hadn't started calling me Big Bro, and we didn't cook together like we were doing now. It's a little thing that brings back memories. Right as we are about done making dinner, Dojima-san arrives with some delicious sushi. Nanako quickly gets up and rushes to the door. He seems so happy when her father comes home. Dojima apologizes about sudden increase in his workload, and then we all sit at the table, beginning to eat. Being here like this makes me feel like the 2 months I was gone never happened at all. There was a warm atmosphere, as if I have always been a part of this family, and I have lived here with them for my entire life. I thank both of them from deep in my heart, and after I give them the souvenirs I bought for them, we enjoy chatting with each other as a family. Cool. Another familiar room. This room was that prepared for me on the second floor of the Dojima residence. Nanako had fallen asleep after all the excitement. After carrying her to her room, I told my uncle I'd be going to bed early as well, since I have plans. All he said was okay. Gesturing towards the second floor, I'm a little perplexed by this, but I have my suspicions, and when I opened the door to my old room, I was right. The room was no different than I had been when I was living here. It's exactly the same as I was when I left Inaba. I closed the door with a feeling of okay, I don't know what that word means. As I sit down on the sofa and consider my uncle's thoughtfulness, I sighed the exhaustion from the long journey. I'll be able to see my friends tomorrow. Consider that there are still several days left in this holiday. It might be nice to leave early tomorrow and go visit the shopping district.
It's raining.
The time is just before midnight. In mere moments, it will be a new day. Whenever rings at night, I end up checking the time. While I spent the last year in Inaba, I was always checking for the midnight channel, which was a popular urban legend here in Inaba. It's a bad habit of mine even when I'm not here. If you look at the turned off TV at midnight on a rainy night, you will see your soulmate. Discover that discovered that this rumor was actually true was the first reason why I became involved in the murder investigation last year. But the person who actually appeared on Midnight Channel isn't your soulmate. It's the next victim. After discovering this, we all nervously sat before TV on rainy nights in order to solve the case.
That brings back some memories. Nothing will show anymore, though.
Will nothing really appear, though? I suddenly have doubts. Why would I think that? After we solved the case, we all confirmed that Midnight Channel wasn't appearing anymore. The empty screen says stay silent. So
Just
why?
in case.
It's not going to turn on. There's no way. The more I think about it, the more I feel my resolve fading. I peer into the TV screen as if something drawing me into it. The only thing I see is my reflection in the dark glass of the CRT television, or so I thought.
Rivals. They are friends, yet powerful foes. The desperate fighting program amongst high school students. A new legend is about to start.
Be the manliest of all men! Come on down!
Nobody touches his precious Nanako, the sister complex kingpin of steel, Yu Narukami!
What?
Very natural.
Wage slave in the boonies by day, hero by night, Captain Resaltable, Yosuke Hanamura!
Everything that bores me has gotta go!
A spunky dragon with deadly legs, the carnivore who's discarded womanhood, Chie Satonaka!
You need to eat more meat.
Please escort me to the ring, my prince, the unconquerable Snow Black, Yukiko Amagi!
I'll finish you in one strike.
Blooming roses and bulging muscles, the blood-curdling beefcake emperor, Kanji Tatsumi! Deep in the realms of romance, the body of a child, the brain of a genius, the 2000 IQ killjoy detective, Naoto Shirogane!
Is this an army of idiots?